Hi, this is UTSCTracks, and I'm here with
The Awkward Years, and my name's Ryan, and I'm the drummer.
My name is Eddie. I play the big guitar with 4 strings.
What's up? I'm Gerry. I play guitar, sing a little bit. Doo-doo.
So how would you describe your sound, like overall? How would you describe it to someone who's never heard your band?
We definitely bring like a culture that we're trying to reinvent the whole pop rock into our own version. We try to not follow the trend as well too. We basically try to make our own style, but at the same time we're trying to also like demographic it like to what the youth are looking for. So yeah, consider it like the new genre of rock music.
Let's say alternative indie pop punk.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. Yeah, but we're trying to stray away from like pop punk in general. Kind of trying to just do our own thing, you know? Kind of like an experimental.
And so I guess for inspirations, like what kind of music did you listen to growing up?
I listened to a lot of Blink-182. They were my favorite band in high school. A lot of like Tyler the Creator, Earl Sweatshirt, like Odd Future. A lot of Kanye West. Modern Baseball. They're one of my favorite bands. I really like them.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, Rip Mobo. Y'all come back, please. Come, bro. Yeah.
I'd definitely say Rage Against the Machine, Linkin Park to be a little more on the soft side. So, Linkin Park.
Don't diss my boy. Linkin Park.
I love those guys.
They were my first concert
Chester, I
too.
miss you, bro.
Rip Chester, the GOAT.
I listened to a bunch of like Foo Fighters growing up. Yeah, sick. There's like Foo Fighters. I listened to a bunch of Green Day growing up.
Hey, Green Day was sick.
You notice that you guys have an original song for the movie Scott Pilgrim called 7 Evil Exes. It is an old one. You gotta find that shit on Bandcamp. And you also do a cover of Garbage Truck by Bob-omb, which was actually, I just found out, written by Beck, which is pretty dope.
Yeah.
So what would you say, like, the impact of Scott Pilgrim on the Toronto music scene? Because, I don't know, you see a lot of bands popping up now that have been impacted by the movie and want to be like Bob-omb and all these other bands.
I've never seen the movie.
What?
You never seen it?
Yeah, bro.
It's not the weird.
I'm out of the band.
Nah, that movie's sick because it's literally like it's like an indie band. They're from Toronto.
Yeah.
They're like making music, playing shows, kind of just like what we're doing, you know. And they're like around the same age, I guess, in the film. And I don't know, it's got a great soundtrack. The soundtrack of that movie, great. It's great.
Yeah, because I realized that for the bands in the movie, like they make kind of like short, catchy songs and all that. Some of it is just pure just noise rock. And I guess that for some of your songs, you can kind of see the similarities, how you try to make short, catchy songs. So would you say like just the movie overall, like it's subconsciously evolved in your songwriting?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely also like the energy.
Yeah.
You know, like the energy from like a lot of those songs.
Especially in the movie, the way they edit it, they make it seem like it's really noisy, or like blowing the people away. Literally.
The music of that film is really important to the movie, but it's not like a musical. Yeah, you know what I mean? Also, Scott Pilgrim was 22 dating a high school girl. He was really a Toronto man. And he cheated on her too. He really was a Toronto man.
Alright, and that moves into my next question, because you referenced a tweet that you did on your Twitter. And I'd say like a big part of bands upcoming now is to have this huge social media presence, whether it's on Instagram or Twitter. I mean, you guys have some pretty funny tweets. I'll probably show them right here in post. And then for I guess Instagram and YouTube, you had your VHS Therapy commercial. So would you say you guys do it more because you have fun with it, or because it's a necessity now for bands up and coming?
It's mostly just having fun with it.
That was really fun.
Yeah, just like kind of fooling around. Like if you like scroll through my tweets, half of that shit is just stupidness.
I feel like for most of the time, like the fans or the audiences want to see what the real people are of what they do in the band. Like we kind of wanted to show that in the infomercial that we're just like regular people. We're having a good time, and it doesn't have to be any particular motives of like why we need to do it for the band, but just like this is the culture we like to bring, and this is where our music is being inspired as well too. Just being us. We're just being us.
There's actually a shot here. Yeah. In a lecture hall.
I see, instructional center.
Yeah. We just snuck in. We don't even go here.
We told our friend to be
the professor. He goes here.
You know, it seemed really believable because he looks kind of like some of the young professors here, so I rate it.
You remind me of him.
Another thing too for bands that are coming up, it's all about having this kind of like aesthetic or like really popular music video that gets stuck in YouTube recommendations. Yeah. Do you guys plan on making like a music video like that kind of pops up into everyone's recommendations and gets like 1 million views.
You know, I can't plan on it being picked up by the YouTube algorithm, or we can't plan on it, but you know, we want to like make a music video, kind of like some, I don't know, some stupidness though. For like our next song.
I also want to talk about probably the main hit song, Black Licorice. I shit you not. It's like, it's got a whole life of its own amongst my friend group. Like, no matter where we go, we at least play it once. And my friend's girlfriend's like, yo, please don't play it. He plays it every time in the car. Like, he's like, yo, I like the song, don't get me wrong, but he plays it too often. Irvine, cut it out. So, I kind of just want to ask you guys, is there any other, like, polarizing foods you just hate? Like black licorice?
Oh, but food? I don't know. I'm open to all foods, I think. Even ass.
Alright, that's staying. That's staying.
Wait, please say psych.
Y'all know
Say
the
psych right now. Say psych right now.
Please say psych.
Please say psych.
Live fast, eat ass. That's our motto.
The song isn't actually inspired by black licorice though, like the candy.
It's more just about the flavor, like
No, it's
the
actually,
feeling it has, I guess.
No, I don't know if you smoke. I don't smoke, but Belmont's cigarettes, the King's pack at least. I don't know what the other ones smell like. They smell like black licorice.
Oh shit.
King's Belmont's, yeah. So I smelled it one time and I'm like, that's cool. And that's where the initial idea for the song came.
It's funny because like I'm Finnish and it's a huge part of Finnish culture, like black licorice. They even have this type called salamäki, which is salty black licorice. And like I can't get into it at all, so I don't even feel Finnish a little bit. Like I'm not good enough to be Finnish, but it's whatever. Yeah, it's black licorice. Yo, if you like it, get the fuck out of here.
It's not even bad, to be honest. The black jelly beans, I like black jelly beans.
Oh, real shit?
Yeah, real shit. I was that kid.
All right, so here's some like other like I guess polarizing foods. Robbie said this one, balut. Balut. It's balut. Yeah, like.
It's all like
It's a bird.
It's a bird that's kind of like
boiled.
It's like developing
in the
egg.
It's a chicken fetus.
Yeah, a chicken fetus. Yeah.
Damn. So like, is it a yay or a nay?
For me, that's a nay.
Yeah,
I've never tried.
That's a yay.
Sorry
That's a yay for me.
Jeez. All right.
Community.
The popular pineapple on pizza.
Oh, I like that.
Yes.
I won't order it though.
Oh.
I'll eat it.
It's
Yeah.
delish.
Bro,
It's awesome.
I swear you.
In Korea, there's it's like a big thing, but like sweet potatoes on pizza. That shit's fire.
Oh, that sounds
shit.
condensed. I like that.
Yeah.
Damn, I might have to order that next time.
Yeah.
Still.
I need heavy food like that.
All right, olives.
Bulk season.
Olives are a little bit weird because a lot of people are like,
They're okay. On like pizza?
yeah.
I find them.
I don't know. I'm not really big on olives. They just.
All right.
It depends what you eat them with.
Yeah.
I feel. Yeah.
Context.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of
Olives
like.
for me are questionable.
Yeah.
I try to try it, but most of the time I'm like, nah, why did I do that?
Yeah, it's kind of like, I don't know if you guys have seen How I Met Your Mother. They do this whole theory of like the olive theory, where you find, if you don't like olives, you find someone that does, and vice versa, and that like you'll be a perfect pair and shit like that.
I watched that episode.
I've never seen that
It's a good episode.
It is a good
Interesting.
episode.
Okay.
All right, I'll do a few other ones. Tofu. Is that big with you guys?
That's a nay. What the fuck? That's a nay for me.
That's a yes for me.
That's a nay for me.
Even the yeah,
I don't know. I've never had deep fried tofu.
deep fried tofu.
Maybe my opinion would change, but as of right
You gotta
now,
go to Taste of Asia and try it out there in the booths. They're good.
The stinky tofu,
The
bro.
stinky tofu.
That's what's up. Like, it doesn't matter how I have the tofu. Like, I just can't. I don't fuck with
There's
it.
a bunch of different types too.
Yeah.
So like
Yeah.
you might like a certain type but not another.
That's true.
Yeah.
Alright, what else I got here?
There's even ones where they just refrigerate it, and then you can just take a piece and then put it at the side of your plate, and then you just eat it. Yeah, and then you just save the rest for later.
Doesn't sound dope.
Oh yeah, you like kind of like
Doesn't sound dope.
you kind of
Oh.
like freeze it, right? And then
Yeah.
like you get like the big bubbles inside. Yeah.
Shit.
It does not sound dope.
Put that shit in soup. The little bubbles pick up like they're like little soup pockets.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have to try it.
Yeah, I'll have to
see.
try it because I don't know. It doesn't sound so good right now. But all right, last one: raisins or like grape flavored other things like juice or like soda. Yeah,
I like grape.
Grape
flavor.
flavored
I like grape.
I don't know. Maybe it's just a white thing. Like,
vape juice.
white people just don't like grapes. Well, like
like
grape.
grapes?
Well, like I like grapes, but not the grape flavored like medicine and shit. Like,
Well, no medicine tastes good, but like grape flavored like soda, like grape crush, that's great.
Or the freezy ones. like on a summer day, like the ice freezies.
Oh, the grape freezies?
The grape freezies.
Y'all sleeping on blue and white.
Actually, they're okay. Yeah, they're pretty good. I didn't like them as a kid though.
Purple Gatorade though.
The purple Gatorade was sick too.
Oh shit. I guess it's just a white thing. Alright. I read in an interview recently that one way you experiment is by playing in the dark. Do you do that like often to get rid of writer's block, or is it just like a once in...
We've done that occasionally. Also, you know, it helps you for on stage, because on stage it's pretty dark.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
So it's like a good, you know, if you can fix your gear in the dark or whatever.
Damn. Alright, that's sick.
Or you have like a big ass pedal board with a bunch of lights on it that lights you up so you can see it.
Oh damn.
Yeah, mine doesn't.
Alright, this one's a quote. This one's from Kevin Parker from Tame Impala. He said that a lot of artists get inspired by the idea of singing something to a crowd and a lot of people, but he prefers to think about the kid wearing headphones or coming home from school, like taking the bus home, or just having a headphone hearing session. And then there's Sunset Arcade that likes to make music for something they can play loud as well as quiet. Like, who do you guys make music for?
Honestly, I just want to make music that's kind of like, that can age well, I guess. At least that's what our goal is now. I don't know about before, but also, like, I like the idea of, like, making music for, like, the person, like, listening to music, like, on the bus home. Yeah, because, you know, like, I used to do that a lot.
Yeah.
I definitely would say, like, I like to make music for people who can connect to, like, their inner lives as well, too, because, like I said, like, I listened to Linkin Park, Rage Against the Machine. They took a big impact of what I became today, and I want to become that person one day, to be a legacy, to become an inspiration to young musicians or young talented people and becoming what they wanted to be. And we may be just a ripple effect to their lives.
Jeez, that's sick.
Also, like, making music that's more like a sound recorded piece rather than like a song that sounds like it's like live but just like recorded. If you listen to like a Led Zeppelin song, it doesn't sound like a sound recorded piece. It's like a live performance but in a song. But if you listen to like a Kanye West song, that's like a piece of like sound recording. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's not really, it's more of like a paraphrase, I guess. There's been a few artists that I've got here. I got Kevin Parker again. I'm a big Tame Impala fan. Sorry about that. But Kevin Parker has said that he has to feel worthless in order to make music again, and that like whenever he's feeling like on a high and feeling good about himself, he just has zero creativity. And then there's Molly Rankin from Always that says that she makes songs about the summer in the winter because that's when it's miserable out, and that's when she longs for the summer more. And then there's Stefan from Pup who says that he writes songs as an outlet for like angst and aggression, so whenever he gets like really angry, like that's when he can finally write songs. Do you guys kind of have that same thing where you have to feel at your lowest, or can you just make songs anytime you want?
I feel like for me personally, it'd have to be like something has to happen in my life to kind of inspire the song, but like lyric-wise or like melody-wise, it has to be when I'm tired or when I'm in the shower.
Damn.
In the shower?
That's really
It's weird,
specific.
but yeah, that's when it comes to me.
I gotta say, when I do a rehearsal with Gerald, we would kind of have this telepathic language when it comes to rehearsals. So sometimes we would just like run through songs, but sometimes we would pick up on some kind of like tempo or melody, and we kind of like just look at each other and we're just like, yo, that sounds kind of sick, but we're not saying it in words. We're just like speaking in music. And I find out, like, I don't know if this is true or not, but I read an article, like, jazz music, like, there were people from around the world, they didn't know how to speak English, but whenever they would rehearse, they would speak through their music. Like, they would play with their instruments, and then the other instruments would be like, yeah, that was cool, and they would just kind of start stacking up like other things with it, and it would just sound more spicier.
Shit.
So that was the kind of method that I found with Joe, because he would like to bring the noise music, and I would be like the backbone to the drums. So I gotta find that right beat that would just complete the entire thing, and then we find ourselves like making a solid like song there for a second. And it just kind of just comes through like drive and inspiration, by just like knowing your band members. Like, I guess like this is something like NBAs too, you know, you want to do an alley-oop, like that guy's got to speak telepathically.
Yeah, you gotta know.
Yeah.
It's time to jump and dunk the ball. And I felt like with me and Gerald, we're like, all right, it's time to put it to a solid, you know, song now. And then we kind of just rehearse it over and over at that point.
And make that alley-oop.
Yeah, just do it.
I wouldn't say I have to be in any sort of mental state though to write a song. I'm always writing, so just like however just I guess I'm feeling, or like whatever sounds cool, I'll write a song based off of that, you know?
That's cool. I mean, for your EP, VHS Therapy, you talk about a lot of things like for when your friends go away to school and you have to like stay at home by yourself, and you talk about a bunch of other stuff like with mental health and whatnot. Are there any things that are like, are there some topics that are off limits to you, or do you kind of just want to expose like as much as possible to be as relatable to the listener?
I don't think there's anything that I wouldn't say in this. Oh, actually, no. What? Hold on. Pause. I like to just be transparent. I like to say what I'm feeling or what I'm thinking. You know, like every song has to be like a kind of like a moment in time, I guess. You know, like this is what I was thinking in my head when I wrote this song. So that's what I'm gonna put in the song. You know?
Sick.
Yeah.
All right. And lastly, I read recently that there's music this summer coming. New music this summer. Is this confirmed? Or do I have to keep on replaying VHS Therapy for like another 6 months?
You'll find out. It's coming. It's coming.
I know
got some
like,
stuff on the hard drive.
Oh shit.
We got some stuff on the hard drive.
That's coming soon then.
He got some stuff on his hard drive. I don't know. I don't know what you doing with it. You just chilling with it.
We got to work on it.
Well, yeah, we got some stuff on the hard drive. It's coming.
Shit.
Yeah.
All right.
Working on an album.
Because you said you guys had like 20 songs written. Are you just in the process of choosing which ones you want to pick, or?
Pretty much, kind of like demoing everything out. We want to do like a 10-song like album, I guess.
Oh, that's solid.
And then maybe the rest of the songs would either just be like B-sides or like singles or whatever. They wouldn't like be on like the track list. Because I feel like albums have to have, you know, like a unifying sound.
Everything has to flow into each other.
Yeah, it has to flow well.
Each other.
Yeah.
All right, and I guess lastly, is there any like events coming up, any shows that you can plug right now?
Yo, we had a show booked.
You got canceled like yesterday. So now we had nothing to promote in this.
Actually, as I was editing this, the band just announced that they'll be playing in Toronto at the Painted Lady on Friday, August 30th with Max Bornstein and No Hits. So I'll leave a link in the description so you can buy tickets for that.
But we come into a town near you. And by town, I mean we probably playing somewhere in Toronto soon. So be there. It'll be fun and mosh.
Jeez. And I know, Eddie, you said you're going to release your album hopefully in 2020. I read?
Oh, yeah, my solo shit.
Plug that shit. Tell the listeners.
Aftertide on Instagram. Check him out.
That's the Aftertide. That's one word. Yeah, I've got a bunch of songs that I have written, but I just need to like, I just need to just do it.
Just do it, yo.
Just do it.
Just do it, yeah.
If you're in a band, just do it.
Just do it.
If you guys like, you're in a band and like you need another band to play a show, just hit us up. We might not reply. But.
All right, well, I guess that's all of it. I'm UTSCTracks. We're at UTSC in Highland Hall, and we're here with Awkward Ears. Thank you for watching. See you next time.
Have a good night.
Live fast, eat ass.
Please say psych.
Please say psych right now.
Please say psych.